Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my Feed the Beast Let's Play. Last episode we were sort of finishing up mining. Obviously I said that we'd try not to get all the mining on camera anymore. That's basically everything that I found so far. So it's not too bad really there. We've got a relatively good amount of gold to get us started. Silver's not too bad. Iron we did really nice with. We got a good amount of copper. There's a bit of copper there as well from Tinkers. We got relatively nice amount of tin, coal, it's always nice. The lapis is going to be useful, and some peridot and rubies, which I told you last time. You can use them to make tools that are almost as efficient as diamond, but they can't mine obsidian. That's the only sort of downside to them, but otherwise they're not that bad. But the main thing that we got that's good is we got the Certus Quartz dust. Now the Certus Quartz dust we're going to use to let's just grab that a minute. So I was fixing up the mine bit here. I was sick of having to jump up constantly, so I'll just dump those in there for now. The Certus Quartz dust we're going to use for our first piece of machinery. It's a little bit manual, but it should be pretty useful for us. It's basically what we're going to use to double the ores that we get. So I just need to take one of those back, and what we're basically going to make is what's called a grindstone, which is just that one there, which we need a wooden gear, 3 smooth stone, 3 Certus Quartz dust and 2 cobblestone. So all in all, it is relatively cheap to make. So if we just take a little bit of wood and wait for this, that's there, that's finished. Awesome. So we just go here, we're after some sticks. We turn those sticks into a wooden gear, and the wooden gear is going to go there. The smooth stone is just going to go there. The Certus Quartz like that. And there we go, and that'll get us our grindstone. Now next thing that we're going to want is we're going to want some more sticks. I already had some sticks, that's fine, but now what we need to do, if we put sticks like that, we're now going to get a wooden crank. So where should we put this? I think we should put it just there. I think that's nice. I'm going to sit the wooden crank in top of it like that. Now if we take, just for now, we'll take 2 gold ore, we'll take 2 silver ore as well. I think we're going to take about 5 iron, just because it's always nice. We'll take 5 pieces of copper and 5 pieces of tin. That'll do us for now. So you can see it has an inventory storage of 3. And the way that this UI works is you put the ores that you want to grind up into this bit, and then as you start to basically crank that lever, it'll move it into this slot here and start to grind it up, and once it's finished it'll dump the dust into these parts here, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it. So for now we'll put the tin, the copper and the iron in. And it is a little bit of a manual process. It can get a bit boring. All you do is you just hold down your right click on the crank itself, and that'll start to spin. And as you can see, if I go back into the UI, it's already ground 1 up. So with 1 iron ore we'd gain 2 iron dust, and those 2 iron dust can be put in a furnace, and 2 iron dust will make 2 bars. So what's happening is you're doubling your ore output constantly. So if you had 10 iron ores, you'd get 20 dust, which means you'd get 20 bars. So all in all, it's really quite efficient. But obviously we'll only be using this manual process for a little while, and that was not welcoming. Yeah, we'll only be using this for a short period of time until we have the sort of required materials to move on through thermal expansion, and then we'll be making some much more efficient machines, such as like a pulverizer And what a pulverizer does is it basically does this process but automatically. And obviously a redstone furnace, which is basically just the equivalent of a normal furnace, only faster. So let's see how we're going through that. So we've done all of the iron, we've almost finished the copper. Now another thing to note about this block, when it's finished, like once there's nothing left in the buffer and it's used all of it, the crank will stop spinning, but if you keep right clicking it, you'll break the crank. Now the grindstone will be perfectly fine, you won't damage that. The crank will break, you'll get a certain amount of sticks back, so you just have to then make another crank and put that on top and you'll be okay. Also, to my knowledge, there is no way to automate this process with the grindstone. I've searched all over the place, I've tried so many different blocks, so many different machines. As far as I'm aware, you can't automate this process. I've even tried an autonomous activator, which is a block that basically constantly right clicks or left clicks. There we go, those are finished. And even that won't do it. So now if we throw the silver and the gold in there, and we'll start to crank that up as well. We must be getting somewhere near now. Yeah, so we've finished all the gold, we've almost finished the silver. So in a second that's going to stop, even though I'm still right clicking it. And if you keep right clicking it, that happens. It basically breaks your sticks. Which in this case isn't a problem because we've got enough sticks to make another. And there we go, let's plonk that back on there. We'll get rid of the sticks for now. Oh, wrong chest. There we go. So that's the 4 silver and the 4 gold. So if we grab some coal, and we'll put the iron dust in that one, and the copper dust in that one, and the tin in that one for now. And yeah, as you can see there, look, for 1 dust we gain 1 bar. And that's the same with any dusts that you get. We're getting a lot of rain. And it seems like there is a creeper very, very close. Something I will be doing, let's throw that certain squats back in there, we don't need it for now. I'm going to take 3 of these rubies. I'm going to make a bit of a better tool. Let's use this wood to make plenty of sticks just so we've got them. And there we go, so we've got a ruby pickaxe. I might as well use the iron one till that one breaks, but then we'll swap it out. So if we leave those there was another thing I wanted to make sure that I got on camera. While doing mining, I found some nice new shiny bits. So let's have a look. It's a little bit far down, but then again I suppose it has to be to get the sort of things I've been looking for. I still need to sort this stairway out. Yeah, we found some emerald ore. So I grabbed that. But the other one that I was interested in is we found some ferrous. Now, ferrous ore is going to be really useful for us. It's also quite hard to come by, especially early on. And we found a little bit of redstone. Now, I don't know how much we got, but I suppose I'll have to do for now. Just put those there. But yeah, that's it. Don't worry, that's all the mining I wanted to get on camera. Oh, more redstone. There we go. And we got a nice little bit of lava there, it seems, for when we need it. So let's get back out of here. So now as well, we're getting a little bit further into the series. We've got past like the majority of the mining. As I say, the mining's going to be done pretty much off camera now. The episodes will now be sort of shortened down to between sort of 10 and 15 minutes if I can help it. Yeah, it means we'll also be able to get some more episodes out. So we've got the first ore there, we've got the iron ore back in there. Let's see. Yeah, these are all done. That's cool. So where did I put them? There they are. If I grab those, let's put that away and that away. I'm going to take that. Put the silver in that one, and we'll put the gold in this one, I think. Awesome. Cool, so we've got a few nice little bits and pieces going on there. Right, so let's have a look. Some of the things that we're going to be wanting to go into is thermal expansion more than anything. What we're going to be wanting to try to make soon is a pulverizer. That's going to basically do the grindstone job for us. Now I think it might be a little bit of time before we can get to that. Mainly because we're going to need quite a nice amount of redstone. We're also going to need quite a bit of redstone to create a leadstone energy cell, which we're basically going to use to power the machinery. So I think what we'll do now, before we wrap up, is we'll go try and get some wood. We'll check on, see how if we can get a farm set up out here, and just sort of see where we can go from there. Now there is a zombie somewhere. I can hear this zombie, but I cannot see them. Oh well. Cool. Well, that's a good amount of wood there. For now, at least. Now, what I'm thinking, we've got some iron, so I'm thinking I'm going to make an iron bucket, get a water source, and then we can start on a farm really quick. So, 3 iron makes a bucket. Just put these into here for now. Alright, cool, so we've got some seeds there. Barley seeds are probably going to be much better for us than anything. I'm also going to plant the cotton seed if I can help it, just because like we haven't come across sheep yet and we are in need of a bed. That's a horse stood on a tree. I'm not even going to ask questions. Somehow that horse thinks that maybe it's spider horse, who knows. Let's just leave it at that. So that's that. I'll just get that dirt out of there. I'm making a little bit of a mess here. There we go, that's that. I'll do the same with this one. There we go. So I'm thinking, let's just get the barley sorted out. Barley is basically just as good as normal seeds. You get wheat, instead of getting wheat you get barley, which you basically do the same thing with. The main difference is with barley, if you put a piece of barley into your little crafting grid up here, you'll gain I think it's barley flour, which you can then cook in a furnace to get a piece of bread. So you can get one piece of bread from one barley. So all in all, it's pretty successful stuff. Now I think we've reached the wrapping up point for this episode. you know, we've got the grindstone going, we've managed to start doubling our ores, and we've also got a nice little farm going here. So next episode, we'll just sort of see where it takes us, you know, see how our farm goes, maybe extend that a bit, hopefully get a bed finally. Meanwhile, I'm going to do a little bit more mining, as I say, I need to get some more redstone, more than anything. That's going to be a bit expensive to start us off, but once we're going, we'll be good. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Please, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next episode. Alright, thanks, bye.